Hey guys, my name is Daniel. This is the Pink Alien Good Vibes Lounge YouTube channel, Facebook, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's just where I post songs and ideas. And tonight, something really important hit me, and I thought I wanted to share it with y'all um, in some way, shape, or form. And this is the fifth take, so hopefully the sadness of it has gone. That there won't be any crying because there shouldn't be because we know what happens after. We know the end of the story. Um, but I was kind of wiping down and dusting my grandfather's bass off, which is definitely one of my prime prized possessions, and I love it more than anything. Um, I will have it redone one day by a professional, which I am not. But the professional is only going to change the electronics inside of it and not going to touch any of the exterior. Um, But what happened while I was doing this is, and I've noticed this before, this isn't the first time. Um, on the back, there's my grandfather's belt buckle marks on the back of his bass. And it made me realize at that point that anything you invest your time in leaves a mark on it. And that includes people, that includes relationships. Um, there's marks on here that I am certain were done by accident, but he was in a relationship with this piece of equipment. And sometimes those are scars. Sometimes they're good and memorable. And it means that you spend a lot of time with somebody because you have these marks. Um, anyway, I think the biggest thing I wanted to say tonight was we were so fortunate to grow up with a grandfather that taught me from the age of 19 years old how to play music, which is why I'm sitting in a room with a camera on me in front of a wall that blinks and says dream in blue colors. And there's a pink alien and good vibes up there on the wall. And there's at least 6 instruments in this room right now. And they're all because of a language that my grandfather taught me when I was very, very young that made the entire course of my life. Um, if I wouldn't have learned what G, C, and D were when I was 13, I wouldn't have been able to write a song. Um, So pour into people all that you can. If you have a 5 minute conversation with someone, leave an indelible mark on them. If you have a 2 week relationship conversation with somebody, leave an indelible mark on them. I have phone calls every day that at the end of the phone call, somebody says, "You've really made my day." And I think that's so important that we be kind to each other. Um, we can say, "Hey, I'm really kind and I'm really nice," and something you post on Facebook may be the meanest thing you've ever said, and it has no purpose. There's no purpose whatsoever to evil. There's enough evil in the world. We don't need any more. Um, we can disagree, Mom, and and we can still really love each other. But the point, back to the point, because I don't want this video going forever, is I know that the indelible marks my grandfather left on me, my cousins, my aunts, my dad, my grandmother, and his brother Jimmy, that they're continual and they got passed on. They hit in a place and in a time where they got moved into the sphere and they go back around in the circle where we can teach music to others and we can lead others in music and we can help others in music. Um, but I've met people that have relational skills like that as well. Stephen Harris, one of them. That once you meet Stephen, he's musical, yes, but you know that Stephen Harris cares about you, and you can have a 5 minute conversation with him, and he leaves an indelible mark on you. Um, But let's just be kind to one another. I don't know how else to say that other than I can check my own heart too, because I get caught up in I'm right. I do it all the time. But we know the end of the story. Wherever you fall on the spectrum of who you are, where you are, what part of life you're in right now, you may be struggling more than anything. I'm coming out of COVID and I got lucky. I got this drug that within 3 days COVID was gone. And I can sing next week, and which is, if I can't sing, I'm just another dude. Um, but be kind to each other, love one another, do everything you can to make someone else's life better, um, and keep leaving indelible, lifelong scratches even after you're gone that will show that you were here, you made this mark, and it won't go away because this guitar is going to be mine forever until I pass it back down to one of my other family members. Um, Once I die, it's staying in the family. So I love you guys. Keep leaving indelible marks on people, and keep leaving indelible love on each other. And I'm gonna real close, make it real uncomfortable. I love you. You have a good night.